So what is up and welcome to this video editing masterclass. My name is Julian Melanson and I'm going to be the instructor and teacher for this journey that we're about to go on together. Now, I'm super excited. I've been wanting to put this course together for a while. I've done pre-production courses, production courses, the business of filmmaking courses, and the editing is something I've really been excited to get to. So let's not waste any time. We're going to do a brief introduction on the overview of this course, how you can get the most from the content, and then we're going to go right into the actual learning lessons. So let's get started. Now, I've packed this course with tons of information, and really the goal of this entire course is for you to have a massive transformation from when you start to when you finish the content. Now, that transformation is going to be that you're going to be able to edit and create incredible looking and sounding videos with any software that you're using and footage really from any kind of phone or camera. Basically, the information that I chose to focus on the most is going to be applicable across any kind of footage and any kind of piece of technology that you're using. Why? Because you want to be able to use this information a year from now, 5 years from now, however long, with whatever kind of content, with whatever kind of client, and not be restricted to the equipment or technology that you're using. That's not very interesting to me. What's interesting is upgrading you as the creator. That way, whatever you're holding, whatever you're using is automatically improved from your knowledge. Now, the information that we are going to be diving deep into is perfect for beginner to intermediate video creators. So if you're just getting started, don't worry, we're going to go over the fundamentals. If you've been editing for a while and you want to upgrade your edits to be better, more cohesive, expansive, and inspiring, perfect. This is going to give you those tools that you need. Now, even if you are a pretty intermediate to advanced editor, I guarantee there's going to be amazing tidbits and lessons in this course that you're going to walk away from and be able to use to enhance all of your more higher end advanced edits, because we're going to start from the beginning, how to master the fundamentals, and then we're going to move into more advanced techniques and processes together. So a bit of a micro overview of some of the main steps we're going to be doing is first starting with, like I just mentioned, the fundamentals. How do we capture our footage, label it, organize it, back it up, make sure all of our content is safe, and really learned how to do this the right way at the beginning so that when you do advance and you're still editing, creating videos years from now, you have a really solid foundation and workflow that's going to allow for you to spend more time on the creative side and less time on the more logistical fundamental side. Next, we're going to learn how to pull our selects, how to create our main edit, how to choose our music, how to do all of the beginning processes of creating a really good looking main video edit. Then we're going to go into the refining steps. So this is really important because we're going to do the fundamentals. We're going to get really good at the main bulk of the process, all of that workflow. And then we're going to learn all the techniques that I've gathered over the years to really refine, polish, upgrade, and just create something that is unique and special and stands out. This happens in the refining process where we take a bit of a rough stone and we polish it into this really beautiful looking final piece. And lastly, there's going to be editing pro tips throughout the entire process, which are essential bits of wisdom, knowledge, techniques on top of what we're learning throughout that are just going to give us a little bit extra fuel and skills to continue to improve beyond this course. I will say that my editing software may look different than yours. You could be using even the same exact software, but if it's a different year or we have a different updated version, it's going to look slightly different. So if you're in Final Cut, if you're in iMovie, if you're in Premiere, if you're in Avid, if you're in DaVinci Resolve, if you're in any of the softwares, don't worry too much about the appearance of mine. That's not the goal of this course. The goal is to give you the techniques that you can use across any of the software. So just know that ahead of time. Be patient. You can pause the lectures, you can rewind, you can watch them back, and I guarantee you that the information that you're going to be receiving is going to work regardless of your software. Now, I will also be supplying the downloadable footage for a majority of the chapters that we're going to be going into and the learning exercises. So you're going to actually be able to edit right alongside with me with the same MOV files from 4K footage, from music videos, from different kinds of projects. Or if you'd like to, you can edit with your own footage and follow along with me as well. Now that we've gotten the main course introduction out of the way, you know who I am, you know how to navigate this course, you know the information that's going to be taught, and you know the transformation you're going to have by the end of the entire course. I want to hop into a quick, fun learning activity to get the ball rolling and to get your creativity flowing. So, what we're going to do here is find out more about your skills and places that you can improve as an editor. So here we're going to spend no more than 20 minutes creating an edit. This is going to be less of a tutorial and really more about self-discovery. So what I want you to focus on during this exercise is these main points. You're going to be playing with footage you've never worked with before, you've never seen before, and so you have no reference to the project. So you're going to have really a clean slate going into it, which is perfect as an editor, which we'll talk about. I want you to learn more about your own personal style, your own personal editing choices, and your own music taste during this exercise. And you can also share your final edit in the student Q&A with the other students and compare your edits. Lastly, I want to, from this exercise, for you to find out what you want to improve and achieve by the end of this course. So you can go ahead and download the fire footage that I'm supplying you from the course resources tab. The downloadable link is going to include the fire footage to practice with, some different music choices to play around with. You can use your own track, you can use a favorite track you've been wanting to edit with, or you can use one of the supplied tracks. And all the footage that I'm supplying in this course is going to be compressed in size, and it's going to have a watermark on it for learning purposes only. So it's compressed so you can download it quickly. It's not going to take 40 gigabytes in 40 days to download, but it also has a watermark on all the footage throughout the course that I'm supplying you because it's for learning purposes only. I don't want to see any of you guys using these and saying that it's one of your projects. Look at this project I did. Only use it, please, for your evolution and upgrading of your skill set during this course. You can share it, but please be clear about where the footage has come from. Okay? Okay. With that said, now you can pause my video and you can download all the assets and put together just an initial edit. Don't spend more than 20 minutes on it, but put something together that feels right for you at this stage. Then I'm going to show you some other students' edits, and then we'll see what kind of information we can learn from having multiple editors editing the same exact content. So I will see you in the next video lesson. So you've taken the fire footage that I've supplied and you've edited together. You have a music track. Don't worry if it's not a masterpiece yet. Don't worry, we'll get to creating a masterpiece as we go through this course. But now I want to have you see the edit that you created, and I want to show you edits from other students that have used the same exact footage as you. And let's see what kind of conclusion we come up with after viewing some of these other examples. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, super high energy edit. This one is kind of the exact opposite. Very slow, very thoughtful.
Mon amour. Mon amour.
Okay, so we just saw a few of those submissions, and you should probably be seeing a trend here. Same exact footage, different editor, completely different final product. So there's two reasons that I wanted to put this at the very beginning of the course. One, to give you something fun, easy, and quick to do to get, a little bit of serotonin, a little bit of dopamine hit, a little bit of excitement, on the psychology side so that you are incentivized to continue to go through the course. And then two, it's a long roundabout way of explaining and giving you the realization that every person has their own unique taste, aesthetic, and sense of what they feel looks good, sounds good, and feels good. So, the whole goal of this first exercise is for you to really embody and lock in that realization and find out that your specific and unique look, style, and feel, the more that you hone in on that, the more that's going to become your trademark, your ability and your persona as a video editor, regardless if you do like vlogs or tutorials or documentaries, you're going to find a specific look, and all great artists have a specific look, and that's what made them rise to fame. It's not about being famous, but you develop a certain characteristic that when someone sees that, they say, oh yeah, that's so and so's painting. And then people really start to resonate and like that specific look that they get regularly from that person. Your favorite directors, your favorite films have a specific look that that director or producer usually has across all their videos, and you come back to them and you view their art because you love that feeling. So the feeling that you love naturally, the more you can hone in on that throughout this course, the more other people will see that. They'll resonate with it. And then there's a lot of benefit from that. You get to create art that inspires you. You don't have to go and follow other trends or the other things that people are doing because it's popular at the moment. No, you want to create your own personal trend and style that other people will see and be inspired by. That's the first part. The second part is that you develop that look, style, and feel. Clients will see that and they'll say, hey, I loved what you did with this video and this video and this video. I want you to pay you to do that style for my product or service or website or any kind of thing that that client has and that they're willing to pay you for to create content and a video for. So I really hope that this beginning exercise really opens you up to the type of expansion and exciting stuff that we're going to learn together in this course. So that wraps it up for this first chapter. And in the next chapter, we're going to dive into some beginner level exciting editing fundamentals.